Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I have an idea where we are. Now, excuse me for not being extremely talkative at this point, but I have this uncanny feeling that I am being hunted. And that is because we are in Sir You Are Being Hunted, the wonderful game by Big Robot, and I'm afraid introductions will have to wait
Splendid.
for a little
But
bit,
do be careful finding the next one.
because I am being hunted. Wait. Okay, now, some quick introductions. My name is Rytho Major. This game is Sir You Are Being Hunted by Big Robot. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a fantastic game with a good idea, and the reason I can play it early is because I backed it on Kickstarter, which you can pre-order the game. Go to bigrobot.com, I think it is,
I'm putting the kettle on
and you
now,
get
sire.
access to the
We'll
beta.
have you home in no time.
Now, this thing right here, this is the saving rock, and it's also where you deposit all of the different fragments that you get from around the world. Now, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the visibility meter, which, if I'll just crouch down in this field, goes down to 0. It's got the vitality right next to it, which is basically your hunger, and it's got my health, which hopefully you won't see go down anytime soon. Mild swelling on the end. This is a true British name. Okay, so as the fact that I am being hunted, there are these little things like these balloons that will come and try to find me at all times. The eggs are pretty much useless, so I'm going to leave those here. That blue thing, I'll have to explain later. Forgive me for... Uh-oh, no. I don't know if you guys... Okay, if you hear them shooting, they're always shooting at you. That is the first piece of advice I have to give you. They're always shooting at you. Never someone else. You always think maybe it's someone else. No. It's always you. And these balloons, you cannot crawl away from them. They will find you. This is after many times getting killed. I know how it works, and the game is frightening. It's one of the most immersive games I've played for a long time. I don't know how many of you guys play Minecraft. I would recommend it, but you guys can know that Minecraft can be scary. It can be very scary, and this game is scary in much the same way, where it's so immersive and it's so believable that you really start to think that it's real. And I'm going to get out of here. Here's the stones. Now, I've picked up some of those things from that little foraging hunt. Flask of lukewarm tea. Wait, hold on a sec. Whiskey, well-cured ham, blackberries. Those things will all come in handy, and in fact, I'll eat one of them right now to get up my vitality. Let's just take the... let's drink the whiskey. Now, because of that, I have this item right here, the bottle, and what that does is it basically works as a distraction. So you get it when you drink the whiskey, and if you throw it, which I would demonstrate, but I'm scared. It basically brings all the robots' attention to that area, so you might be able to get around them. And we might try that over here. Now, I don't know if you guys might have seen that guy over... Oh. Look for the red visions in their eyes. This thing we can't crawl through. I'll have to jump over. And I'm not sure whether the cover system works as you would expect, where if you're out of the line of sight of them, they can't see you, so... I would assume that's true, because they haven't been trying to shoot me yet, but it could be that any second now. Toy train. Well, you can't use it, so it's not worth anything to me. It's really... These villages are really cool, and I try to find the sign that shows you what one this is, but I don't want to die today. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no! That panic is genuine, folks. I am genuinely panicking. Alright, so... When the time comes that you are spotted, which you will be, what you want to do is get down into one of these fields where the visibility goes to 0, and then just crawl to the other side of the field as fast as you possibly can. And then try not to panic. Now, the search algorithm for them, I think it's still being worked on. This game is in early alpha, I think. It's alpha 0.4320. This is pretty much the earliest they've done on it. So 4320. Yeah, I got that right. And so what the result of that is that a lot of the things like the sounds are not what they're going to be in the final game. And well, that guy, I know how they work. He's coming towards me. I'm surprised I've actually managed to lose them. You see, how the system works for the robots is they'll, just like real hunters, go to the last place where they saw you. So at any point, you want to put as much distance from the last point where you chalk down. I'm gonna grab these. The lukewarm tea is really good. I think that gives you full hunger or full vitality. I've actually got to eat a little bit right now. So to eat, what you just do is you right click and use, just like that. Now let me give you another example. These rags for bandages. If the robots shoot you, you can be it can start you bleeding, which will basically drain your health over time, unless you use one of those bandages. So it's come up for a bunch of funny situations where I've been running away from bad guys, jumped behind a tree, used bandages to heal myself, quickly, desperately clicking on the on the icon to get it up, only to have them be right on top of me by the time I finished and dead. Now, on the top of the screen, this is just another thing, and I love the graphics in this game. These birds actually do serve a purpose too. They're frightened off from somewhere, so I can only assume that there are roving bands of robots in that direction. And what was I saying? The graphics in this game are fantastic. I really like them. It's got the whole, I think the style they used was called tweed punk, which is basically steampunk in Britain. And for all of us who are fans of Britain, and especially this kind of weather, it's really quite a nice place. Uh-oh. Well, not an uh-oh. This is good. This is pretty good. I'm just gonna nab in here, try to get this item, and leave as quickly as possible. No, I'm running out of room. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, let's go over to here. No, what the? What is this thing? It's not letting me open it. Oh, I'm not sure if I explained this because I'm panicking, but these things are useful for, well, you bring them back to this circle in the center, which you can see at the top of the screen is that O on the compass, and what it happens is if you manage to get all of them, you can get back home to where I'm not quite sure, but away from here seems like a good idea because these things are hunting you down. And what are these things exactly? Well, I don't know. They seem to be some kind of steampunk robots. As you can see, there are these things as well. I think they're very cool. I love the lighting effect. It's a very nice game. And what they're doing is, I think they lead you towards the bits of the time capsule that brought you here, of the time machine. So I'm gonna have to part ways with these for a little bit, just enough to get that thing, or get the piece of the time machine. Go run over there quickly and deposit it. Now, usually these time machine pieces, or the mysterious fragments, I guess is what they're called, they're not so easy to come by. Like, most of the time, there would be 4 or 5 of the robots patrolling them. But I guess it's more random. I've actually never gotten this many without dying at least 2 or 3 times. Now, the balloon over there.
We're making progress.
They're funny
you
things.
Might survive this after all.
Yeah, thank you for the encouragement, pal. The balloons over there, I should probably explain to you what happens if you fall under them. What they have over there... Oh, and I gotta save. What they do is, should you at any point fall underneath that, it doesn't matter if you're in... I don't know if you can see, they've got a light that's swinging underneath. If you should at any point fall underneath that, the balloon will immediately start chasing you, and it'll emit like this loud warning, which will basically call every robot in the near vicinity. Or not even in the near vicinity, in the vicinity. Well, let's see what we can... Oh yeah, and there's this flashing red light that happens. It's not the most peaceful thing in the world. Personally, it gave me a heart attack. And I can see a similar reaction happening for you guys. As I said, the game is scary. A pipe and tobacco? I don't know what this does, so I guess we can find out. Oh, I'm in low vitality. It's worth a shot, right? It didn't do anything. Okay. Well, bag of mints, you can eat those. The unpleasant eggs, I guess you can eat them. Wait, that reduced my vitality. And that was why I was simply told not to use them. Alright, now I've got 2 bottles. I should probably use my binoculars a little bit more. Shoddy Upton on the end. Has there been another on the end in this video? I don't know. I'm going to leave the tobacco here this time. All your space in the inventory is precious. And what I usually do is I find a shed or something to keep most of the stuff in. That I find is a pretty good idea. Delicious local stout. I've got to try some someday. What I think would be a pretty good idea, but as you can see, there's not really sheds and woods around here. Not at least as fortuitous as what I usually get. And I'm just happy that there's no one here to come and kill me yet. Jar of marmalade. Here we are. Now, some inventory management here. I don't know if any of you guys played Tetris, but it reminds me of that. Now, I just simply don't have the room to keep doing, so I do have to find some place to keep this stuff. No, what is this thing? Some names. This is what we call a placeholder. As I said, the game is still in alpha, so nothing is completed. Let's go check out this place over here. Wait, what's this showing up on my map? Maybe, is that another fragment? It could be, I guess. Well, let's go see what that icon leads to. I'm talking about it on the right on the top of my screen. Is that? Oh, that's a boat. I guess that's to go to another island. Well, I think we'll leave off this introductory video here. Seems like a nice place to do so. I do love this game. I love the graphics. I love the atmosphere. I love the tension, though surprisingly there hasn't been that much of it this time. Just the balloons in the background. And apparently you can save at these boats.
There are a
Let's see.
number of islands in the archipelago. Each of them is likely to have fragments of the device for you to collect. Try not to get lost.
Well, thank you for the advice. I'm going to save my progress. And then we'll prepare to take the boat west. So, I guess next time I'll see you guys and we'll see where this leads.